Okay, this is going to be a quick video on the advantage of buying more expensive tools over cheap tools. This is they call it Big Deals 40 tools, or 40-piece set, ratchet set. It has a whole list of items here. And I purchased this to have as kind of an emergency, low-cost option for a car that I wasn't going to be driving much anymore. That's one of the reasons why I decided to purchase an inexpensive tool set, because I wasn't going to be driving it very much, and I just wanted a basic set of tools so that I could do simple things such as undo my battery cables and such whenever I put it away for long-term storage. So I figured, hey, why not? Let's go with the cheap set. Well, that was all fine and dandy until I encountered a very stiff battery hold-down bolt and could not get it loose with these tools. In fact, I stripped out the ratchet attempting to undo that particular battery hold-down bolt, and had to use my second car. I was trying to put it away, put this car, the Escort, try to put it away into storage for my time away from it. And so I had to use my other car to drive into town and get a good ratchet set. And what I got was a Craftsman set, which, trust me, did not cost $5, and it's only 22 pieces. However, and that's a big however, with this toolkit here, I was able to, in about 5 seconds, loosen the battery bolt, the hold-down bolt that stripped out the ratchet for this. Now, this may not be totally useless. If you're willing to take a chance, you can buy this set and get all of these sockets for $5 and not buy the expensive Craftsman sockets. But be warned, I know from past experience that the metal in these are inferior to whatever Craftsman uses by a large margin. You will round off the edges of your sockets like that with cheap sets. So it may not be worth buying, particularly if your life or well-being may hinge on being able to do some minor maintenance work, such as remove a stinking battery hold-down bolt. This failed in that. Okay, and here is the Craftsman ratchet set, 22 pieces, very durable. And what I like about the modern tools now, they have, I believe that's laser etched the size actually into the side of the socket, as opposed to just having these traditional small engravings here. Because as you get older and your eyes get worse, you're definitely going to start to need these larger numbers so that you can tell exactly which socket that you're grabbing. Of course, unless you're an expert mechanic and can just look at it and tell. I'm not quite that good. Okay, what I'm going to do is give a short demonstration of removing some, let's see if we can do that here. These are just a couple screws for your license plate or your tag, or whatever you call it in your particular part of the country. So I'm going to first use the cheap set, and I'm going to unscrew this. Okay, that works pretty well. That worked well. Now let's try this one. Okay, so it's going to work this time, so let's do this. That was just hand tightening in there. And what we're going to do, we're going to really cinch it down a little bit. Alright. And now we're just going to remove it. Okay. Tighten. Loosen. Stripped out. Now for the Craftsman set. Basically no problem, loosen it right up. So just imagine that you're in a, call yourself a survival situation. Here I am. And all you have to do is remove a bolt so that you can put a part on a car or something of that nature. You know, let's just work with me for a second. Now, if you can't get something as simple as a screw loose, you can't put the part on the car, and you can't proceed to whatever your destination happens to be. Now, that might not sound like it's a big deal, but it could potentially be. So my recommendation to you, if you consider yourself a prepper, if you like to be prepared for eventualities that others may not necessarily be prepared for, or that some may think it's silly for you to prepare for, because everybody doesn't necessarily see things the way a prepper does. They kind of look at the situation and try to figure out what can go wrong, and then try to come up with solutions to it before they even encounter it. And that to me is what a prepper pretty much does. They look at a situation, they assess it, what can go wrong, how can I prevent it from going wrong? Well, one way to prevent having yourself stranded or totally immobilized, possibly your life in danger because you couldn't get a simple part off of a car, and you have the replacement part but you can't replace it because you can't get it loose. The more expensive set pays dividends, hands down. So I just thought I'd share that with you, and if you guys happen to agree with my assessment, I would certainly love to hear that. And if you happen to disagree with what I say, I would like to hear that too. I'm always open to suggestions. I definitely love to hear comments, even if they happen to disagree with mine, because I can learn stuff as well. But for now, this set is pretty much unused, and the more expensive set is what I'm going to gamble my time. And that's another thing, time is money, so I actually had to spend time going to get another set, when I could have had the more expensive set to begin with and not even messed around with this and saved an hour going into town. That would have been worth it to me, I think, particularly at that time when you're pressed for time and you have to do things in a short period of time. But in any case, that's all for now, and thanks for watching, and let me finish doing my task of putting the old ZX2 away. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.